Welcome to How-FixIT, and this video will show you how to completely disassemble iPhone 11 Pro Max and replace back housing. What tools you need to disassemble the iPhone 11 Pro Max: screwdriver set, plastic mediator, section cap for removing display, tweezers, plastic opening tool, adhesive tape for restore water protection, and adhesive silicone tape for the battery. In the description under the video you will find links where to buy all these tools and replacement parts for iPhone 11 Pro. To replace the back housing on iPhone 11 Pro Max, you will need to completely disassemble the smartphone. But the most difficult thing is to assemble it back, because the iPhone has screws of different size and you need to fasten them into right place. So, during disassembly, step by step lay out all screws and parts, and magnetic mat will help you in this process. Link to magnetic mat in the description. Turn off iPhone before disassembling. Remove two screws near lighting port with a 0.8mm pentalobe screwdriver. Take a hydra and heat the display surface for 1 or 2 minutes at temperature of 60 or 70 degrees Celsius. Fix the section cap on the bottom of display and pull up the ring until there is a gap between the display and housing. Insert mediator and disconnect the display from the iPhone case on all sides. At the top of iPhone, do not push the mediator much into the case, so as not to damage the elements of the Face ID module. The case opens like a book, the display to the right side. Remove 2 screws on small panel and 6 screws on large panel. First, disconnect the battery cable and after 3 cables of the display. Remove 4 screws and remove the metal panel. There is a second battery cable under the metal panel. First, turn it off and then disconnect the Taptic engine cable. Remove 2 screws with a Phillips screwdriver and 1 screw with a 1.5mm standoff screwdriver. Now you can remove Taptic engine from the housing. Remove 3 screws on the metal panel, then remove it and disconnect the cable from the iPhone mainboard. Let's begin to remove silicone tape. Take tweezers and peel off the edge of silicone tape. Now pull silicone tape away from the battery. If the silicone tape is torn and remains under the battery, there is nothing critical. Now I remove the last tape and show you how to solve this problem. One tape torn and hold the battery. Take any tool and pry the battery from side where is no tape. Now you have two options. You can add a couple of drops of isopropyl alcohol under the battery where the adhesive tape remains, or you take a hairdryer and direct warm air under the battery. Let's begin to remove the bottom speaker. Remove 2 screws with a Phillips screwdriver and 1 screw with a standoff screwdriver. In the iPhone 11 Pro Max, the bottom speaker glued to the case, and if you want to keep the factory adhesive tape, hit the surface of the speaker and unstick it from the case. Remove the screw and remove the metal panel. It also glued, so use hairdryer again. Remove all remaining screws on the bottom. Now let's begin to removal of the cable with the charging connector. This cable glued to the case, so you need to hit with a hairdryer and at the same time unstick it from the iPhone case. Let's begin to remove the Face ID module, camera and mainboard. Remove 2 screws and remove the bracket that holds the cables. Next, unscrew 2 more screws and remove the metal panel that covers the rear camera. Disconnect the last 2 cables and remove the SIM card tray. Remove the last 3 screws with standoff 1.5mm screwdriver and you can remove mainboard from the case. The remaining cables and buttons you can also remove from the back housing, but it depends on your new replaceable housing. There are back housing on sale with cables already installed with wireless charging module and buttons. I recommend buying such back housing because you will save a lot of time and it will simplify the assembly of iPhone. In the description you will find link where to buy a new back housing for iPhone 11 Pro Max. Before assembling, I recommend take a short break. It will help you to be a little more careful. When you assemble an iPhone 11 Pro Max, pay attention to the connectors. They must be clean without dust. If you decide to clean the connectors, use only anti-static brush. In the process of assembling, be careful with the types of screws. Rest just repeat by the video. The battery must be glued on the iPhone back housing, so use the same silicone tape. This sticker is the same size as the battery, so you only need to peel off the film and stick it evenly on the top of the battery. The iPhone 11 Pro Max assembled, and now you can connect the display and check how smartphone works before final assembly. To check the iPhone, just connect 3 display cables and battery cable, but only that order. First connect display cables. Check how iPhone works, and if all function works fine, you can begin to the final assembly of iPhone with restoration protection against water and dust. Remove the silicone adhesive tape from the iPhone back housing. Using isopropyl alcohol and cotton swab, you can wipe the back housing. This is not necessary, but it will not be superfluous. Before attaching new adhesive tape, make sure that you glued the right side on the back housing. This silicone tape restores resistance to water and dust. This doesn't provide 100% waterproof for your iPhone, but without this sticker, the display will not hold well and dust will get inside your iPhone. In the description you will find link where to buy such a sticker. Press the sticker on top, so it sticks better to the case. Let's begin to connect the display. First connect 3 cables of the display, then battery cable, and only this order. Install the panels and fasten screws. Turn the display over and push it to the case. Fasten the two screws near lightning port and you can turn on iPhone. That's it. I hope this video was useful for you and I helped restore your iPhone 11 Pro Max. See you soon on How-FixIT.